It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello, everyone. It is Sheba with Sheba Shares podcast as an affiliation with Divas That Care Network. I am so excited. The summer is just, everyone is just family time, traveling because, the weather gets cold and you want to get all of the things that you want to get done. And so the summer has been slow, but now that we're picking up with the fall, I am on a mission to share this space with gifted hands, amazing hands. I mean, she is literally the Loc Doctor. And she's gonna, she's gonna share she's on a mission. I heard that she's on a mission. And she has been breaking barriers. She has been, going over mountains and hurdles. It's just been an honor, a privilege to see her journey, even to be, one of her clients, which I'm so excited. We'll probably kind of jump into that story soon too. So to start off, Lala, I'm gonna call you Lala. Please feel free to introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you calling in from if you're comfortable with that? Where do you call home? Come on, tell us just all the amazing things about you. Share.
Hi, guys. So I am LaSean Vanderstoop Charles, known by everyone as Lala Charles. And of course, I'm also known as the Loc Doctor. So I specialize in everything natural hair and especially lock. I am a licensed natural stylist who specializes in locks. As I said before, I am a true Caribbean girl.
Hey.
The island of Barbados and Guyana. I would not choose either because I love both the same. I'm currently in Brooklyn, New York. I've been here for a minute now, as in a New York minute, which means it's been years. I've been doing here in New York. I think it's just about 12 years since I've been doing here in New York. In total, it's about 18 years that I've been doing here. And November is going to be a year since I've been doing here in the city of Atlanta as well, which is in Georgia. I'm excited to be here and I'm just happy to be on this journey, and I'm happy to have Sheba as a client. I wanted to see Sheba here and do her hair from the time she had the wrap and just that one dread in the forehead. And I'm happy to see the journey, how her hair has grown and so healthy.
It was, oh my goodness, so amazing. And so I was like, she convinced me. I don't know what it was because, as a woman, this is, we have a lot of women who listen. We have men too. We have, all sorts of people that listen, but definitely a lot of, women who listen. And, hair it's a hot topic. It could be a sensitive topic for, some. I've had a friend who suffered with alopecia, right? And that's something that was so, it was something that she was embarrassed about. And it took her a while to kind of gain this confidence. So, I feel like no topic as it relates to Sheba Shares is off the radar. We can't touch this. We can't touch this. Everything is welcome here. And I'm so glad, like I said, that I have an expert, right? A professional who's here to talk to women about their natural hair. Now, let me preface it by saying, do I have any vendetta, any, thoughts about weaves and, no. However, I do subscribe to a woman embracing her natural hair. As you mentioned, from the Caribbean. So you have a lot of women who have locks, beautiful, just bring colors and styles. And I mean, I know there's a rumor that you can't do nothing with it, but I've seen Lala transform. There's so much versatility with, hair. And one of the things that I wanted to mention, which I personally adore, is your products. Your products, I mean, I have twins and they're 13, about to be 14 months now, but I'm using their products, on the babies. And I know you have a children's line, but they see you doing something, they want you to do it to them. So anyway, but would you consider that to be a cause, right? That's near and dear to you? Healthy hair. Why? Why is it so near and dear to you?
It's very dear to me because I do not like to see women damaging their hair. Now, when I say damaging, I don't mean like putting chemicals or anything like that in your hair, because you can put chemicals in your hair and still have healthy hair. But being educated enough about your hair, knowing what to use in your hair to make it or maintain it and keep it on a healthy journey. That's why I'm here talking to you about, and on this mission about people having healthy hair, because people think that the only way for you to have healthy hair, it has to be natural. No, I'm a naturalist by myself, but I'm not gonna tell anybody or tell them, oh no, you cannot wear protective styles, you cannot wear weaves, you cannot perm your hair if you don't want to. That's by your choice. But if you're gonna perm your hair, you're gonna do all these other stuff with your hair, make sure that it's healthy. That's why 99% of my products are for all hair types. And each product I've ever created was created because of a cause. It was created because of a concern. It was created because of a need. So every product that I made is because I've had clients that came in that were new, problems with the scalp, problems with alopecia, problems with dry scalp, problems with dandruff, that have problems growing their hair, problems with the edges from previous styles that they had before, problems with breakage, problems with all these different things. So that's how each product was studied and were created. They weren't just, oh, I'm just going to make this and I just come up with it. No, every product was created because of a cause, because of a need, and days and weeks and months went into research for each product before they were actually made.
Wow, I mean, I say the hydration mist like it's my first and last name. No, I'm serious. I know it works. I mean, seriously, and I can be honest because I'm comfortable with myself. I'm not really a fan of washing my hair, and it's not that it stinks and nothing, but that hydration mist has literally, it changed. Listen, it has changed. No, seriously, just spray that thing in. Sometimes to get all dry and crackly. Yes. I don't know if that's even a term, crackly, but I haven't experienced those things. And another thing, to advocate for and to even confirm, when you was younger, you get braids and it's tight and it falls out. I mean, one time, when I did a video, and of course I have a comical side. I like having fun, but I know it's a strategy for people to plug in. And I did create a video talking about how after using the growth drop, I literally got edges. No, I did, because there was one part, it took me literally years. They say, spray this, do this, do this. Everywhere else would grow except for this one patch. I'm telling you. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, snap, I got edges, So it was like a profound moment for me. So Lala, share with us, what do you think is the key? I'm pretty sure there's other things, and as you mentioned, it's different hair types and textures and so forth and so on, right? But what is the key to healthy hair? What would you say is the key to healthy hair for any woman, any texture? If that's how it works. If it doesn't work, then please educate us. But what is the key? If someone doesn't say, Lala, what's the key? Share with us the key. Give us some insight. Educate us about healthy hair.
So the key to having healthy hair is using natural products. Now, you can have chemical in your hair and you can still use natural products. When I say natural products, it must come from the earth. It must be vegan friendly. It must be raw, right?
Wow.
Now, you mentioned the hydration mist, and the hydration mist from day one has been a big seller. And I created a hydration mist because I wanted, like, when you drink water every day, that's to hydrate your body, to make sure you don't get dehydrated, to make sure that you don't have dry lips, to make sure that sometimes if you don't drink enough water, you start to have headaches. That happens to me, right? Make sure that you don't get too weak, right? So the hydration mist is for your hair. So you spray this on your hair every day. It keeps the hair moist, it keeps it well hydrated, especially if you have color in the hair, and it keeps it from breaking. Now, as time go by and I continue my research, even having the product, and I get reviews from clients, I hear clients like, oh, my scalp was extremely dry and flaky. It's not flying, it's not dry and flaky anymore. Oh, my locks are so much softer. Oh, I just bathe my hair with it every single day. And then one thing I just discovered about this product is that the hydration mist can be used as a dry shampoo. So when you talked about, I didn't wash my hair, but I use it. If you realize while using the hydration mist, your hair don't get dirty too fast.
No.
Because once you apply it on the scalp, it's like a dry shampoo as well. So the key to healthy hair is using natural products in your hair.
Wow. I learned something just because I was going to say, like, well, hydration. Well, even though water, obviously, quote unquote, is a natural product. So I guess it still fits the requirement because, especially as Black women, we've been taught, right, from young, don't get your hair wet, don't get your hair wet, don't get your hair wet, And when I decided to not perm my hair for my own reasons, that was a thing. I tried to debunk that. I used to wet my hair every day, a few times a day, and it literally, began to change. It began to change. It's so beautiful. I mean, someone, when I was a few years ago, they were like, your hair is literally like a plant. It literally is like a plant. And if you know me, you would know how much oh my goodness, I love plants. I love flowers and everything. And so when I began to view it that way, it really conditioned how I took care of my hair. And so I'm like, water is my friend. Get me wet, throw me in the pool, all these other different things. But one of the keys that you're saying here is like chemicals, when used appropriately, right? It doesn't have to be damaging. It's like everything else. When used appropriately, So in other words, like you said, education, being educated about your hair is so important. And I think that's very helpful. So women, listen, you need to be educated about your hair, about healthy hair, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, so forth and so on. So, how could I mean, you did so much in this little bit of time, but do you provide consultations for women? And if you do, how can they book these consultations? How can they plug in? How can they find you? To be able to connect and become educated about their hair?
Okay. So I always prefer a consultation before any service, preferably so that I will have the right products and everything ready for you to be serviced. Or even if I'm not your stylist, I can still prescribe, because I'm the Loc Doctor, right? I can still prescribe the right products to you, right? So you can find me at hairbylalacharles.com. On Instagram, I'm also Hair by Lala Charles. On TikTok, I'm Hair by Lala Charles. Everywhere, all platforms, Hair by Lala Charles.
Love it. I was on her mastermind program. Right. I was on her mastermind program. Can you hear me now? I know we're going to.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, technology, girl, things happen. So sorry about that. If I got, a little stuck, bear with me. But one of the things that I was saying rather, is that one thing that amazes me, about you, about Lala, for those who are listening, is that I remember one time she, gave me this term that I'd never even heard about. I was on her mastermind groups. One time she was having it on Mondays and I would plug in, and not only is she a Loc Doctor, but she's also a serial entrepreneur. Am I correct, Lala?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I just want to make sure I got the term right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. That's why I said her hands are gifted, literally, because she does not only hair, she does other things with these gifted hands. So Lala, please share with us, other things that you're doing. I mean, I've seen balloons, I've seen centerpieces, I've seen backdrops. I was like, what doesn't she do? So please plug in. I mean, I know the focus was on hair, but I think it's important is that I'm amazed, by Lala's ability to do multiple things with her hands. She shared with me, even educated me on what a serial entrepreneur is. And so just share with us. I feel like if you're able to do it all, as long as your priorities are your priorities are in check, you have moments of self-care, self-reflection, rest, family, things like that. Then if you can, do it all. So Lala, please share with us, how are you able to manage all of the different things that you do? And I mean, I personally feel like there's more than 24 hours. I think that we would so serious. I was having a conversation. I was like, you know what? Has anyone ever challenged that? Like, are we sure there's 24 hours in a day? But share with us, your thoughts about that.
I will actually need every day say, oh, I wish it was like 28 hours instead of 24 hours, but I make whatever hours I have to do what I have to do. So what I would do, I love to plan ahead. I love to plan everything before time. Reason being because anxiety is not my friend. And if I realize the time frame is too short, I literally go crazy. So I try not to do anything that's last minute. I'm very good at organizing. So I organize everything. I plan, I have checklists. I check my checklist like a month before, a week before, the day before, 24 hours before, 10 hours before. Yeah. So I plan every single thing. I'm a wife and I have 2 children, 2 under 5, right? 2 kids under 5. And then I'm a Loc Doctor. I make products. So that's considered a chemist. A certified wedding and event planner. So I do a lot of event designing, event styling, and sometimes I do the planning of the event as well. Then I also teach women to do what I do.
Powerful.
Yeah. So that's about it for now. Those are some of the stuff that I'm doing right now. And I'm also launching another brand on Friday. So for me, it's just consistency, and remaining focused on exactly what you want to have, what you want to do, and just not be distracted with everything that's going on around you. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of a hurricane, just remain focused on exactly what you're set to do and just do it. It's 24 hours. God gave every single one of us 24 hours in the day. And when I think I do a lot, I know people that do triple what I do. So
no, shameful.
It can work. Mm-hmm.
Oh my, I'd be like, I'm shamed, I mean, no, because it's easy to say, oh, I'm a wife, I have children, and you're looking, this person has 5 children, 6 children, so, and they just make like you are just, anyway, but yes, thank you for sharing that. So I think my last question to you is, and I know you mentioned, you have a lot of, you do work still, right? You still work in business in, your home country and islands, the Caribbean. Obviously, you've been here and established, right, a strong foundation here. You've branched out to Atlanta, Georgia, right? And you're building, your team and your brand is there. What's next? I know you said you're starting with right? And I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. But so what's next? Where to next? Even if you don't, say specifics, but where can we see, Hair by Lala Charles? What's the next city? Where else are you going? So share if you can, or give us a little something.
Yeah.
So what's next?
I have clients that moved during the COVID to Atlanta and to North Carolina. So my next aim is most likely will be North Carolina. But my end goal is to have my brand here. Hi, mommy. is to have my brand become a household name. So when you think of hair, when you think of natural hair products, you think of Hair by Lala Charles right away. So it's like you're having a conversation. Oh, I need something for my hair. Oh, you need to go check Hair by Lala Charles. That's my end goal, to make my name and household name.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Well, on Sheba Shares, Sheba, first of all, would wish you, pray, hope, just fingers crossed, long for the very, very, very best. I mean, not only am I your client, but you're my sister, you're my friend. You know, I'm so grateful to know you, honestly. You know, it's just been a pleasure because you're so humble. You're like chill. I mean, I know we're using Brooklyn terms, but
yeah,
you know, for all the things you do, no one would really know, you know, and that's to me, I admire that. It's just, we're just chill. We're walking in greatness, but we're just chilling. You know what I mean? We don't got to go flash. And I don't have time to do that because like you said, I'm focused. I don't even have time.
Definitely don't have time.
Exactly. I love it, love it, lovely. So one last time, please share with us, how can we find you? How can we, you know, invest? How can we plug into what you're doing? And yeah, how can we bring your products into our homes? We can start this household name now. Let's make this work.
Yes, so you can find me on hairbylalacharles.com, Hair by Lala Charles on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere, all platforms, Hair by Lala Charles.
Yes, yes, yes. Lala, thank you so much for just sharing this time with us. I really, really appreciate it. It's my goal, my desire to just have powerful women who are doing it. And one thing that you mentioned that I mean, you know, they say mic drop, is when you're able to teach people to do what you do. That speaks of legacy, that speaks of investment, that speaks of greatness. I mean, that is literally something to admire, because some people will shut the door, they don't want to know, it's a secret, you know. So just to know that you're doing that, it just solidifies why you needed to be on this platform. So thank you so much for joining us, Lala. Listeners, thank you so much for plugging in. I know I get so many, you know, good, you know, responses about Sheba Shares, and I know, you know, it's been a little slow, but I'm picking back. I'm picking back up, and I'm excited. If you want to be on the show, feel free to email me. My email address is shebaempowerment@gmail.com. Or you can also find me on Instagram, Sheba with 2 A's, because Instagram is, you know, interesting, empowers. But you also can find me on Facebook, Sheba, first name, empowers, last name, and plug into what we're doing, what I'm doing, what Lala's doing, and all the future guests to come. Thank you so much again, and I'm hoping that you stay warm and you are safe and your family is blessed. Peace.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.